So, Amir, the first thing we wanted to talk about today was demo culture. When OpenAI debuted the ChatGPT 4.0 last week, it was a live demo, right? So this
Yes.
wasn't what you're used to, and we'll talk about Google in a moment, but these sort of highly produced, pre-recorded events where to the extent that there's a demo, it was already done in advance and, they can have multiple takes. Google was actually caught a few months ago tampering with the demo to make their AI look more capable than it was. With OpenAI, like I'm sure they rehearsed it a lot. It was highly produced in that sense, but it really was three people in a room talking to the AI, and a couple of little things went wrong, although it was pretty smooth. So what are your thoughts on that?
I actually really like it. When I was at Amazon, we used something called PR FAQ, which is like you write the PR for a feature and then you write the frequently asked questions. That's what the PR FAQ stands
Yeah.
for. And I love that because it creates very much a focus on the customer and the customer experience. And I think this demo actually takes it to the next level. I don't only tell you about a feature, I actually show you the feature. So I would love to get more companies, more startups actually showing me how the future looks like. And the minute I saw these videos, I went into my ChatGPT application. And of course, I didn't have access to those crazy features, but the aspiration of what the future could look like was really awesome. And I hope that a lot of other entrepreneurs will follow suit. And I love the fact that things went wrong. Like, that's the magic that we need to have in our industry, right? We need to, like, it's okay to fuck up in public. It's okay for the AI to not be perfect because that's what you want to demo. You want to demo work in progress, not perfection like some of the corporates do.
It shows a lot of confidence as well because, things can go wrong in demos, but if you know your product is solid, then you're more likely to do it. The tech keynote, Amir, it sort of goes back to Steve Jobs, right? He's the person who really mastered the art of the tech keynote. I wonder if people kind of drew the wrong lessons from it a bit because if I recall correctly, Steve Jobs' keynotes were very highly rehearsed, but they were also live. Right? When they were showing things back in his heyday, they were showing the iPhone. It was in his hand. He would play with it with his fingers, right? It wasn't a recording of someone using an iPhone. And I feel that companies like Google and maybe, more recent iterations of Apple took the wrong lessons from that, which is they took the highly produced, highly rehearsed aspect of it, but they removed all the spontaneity and makes it something a bit bland.
If you do it magical, then you lose trust. You lose the, oh, it glitched thing. I did Google developer groups. I remember one of the best demos was somebody doing something on Android, and the Android didn't actually work really well. So he just took the Android and like hit it on a table, and then it worked. And the entire audience just laughed. That's the magical moment because we're all creators, right? And if something doesn't work for you, that actually creates empathy. So I want to see more fuck ups. I want to see more truthfulness when you present your products.
What's definitely true is that you come away from the OpenAI demo event with a lot more precision and clarity about what they've actually built compared to Google, where it's like, okay, there were a lot of announcements and some of those things are live today, but it reduces the impact because there's sort of too much surface area, not enough spontaneity. Is this magic or is it a simulation of magic? I've used that word magic. So it's real magic isn't perfect, right? Only
Exactly.
in books is magic perfect. And if we're making magic, then it has more credibility with its flaws.
I totally agree.